Noong July 2021 ay ginanap ang Memorandum of Understanding signing at groundbreaking ceremony ng Agri-Industrial Hub for Freshwater Aquaculture sa Taguig City. Ito ang pangalawa sa ilang pang Agri-Industrial Hub na balak itatag sa ilalim ng programang Agri-Industrial Corridors or ABCs ng Kagawaran ng Agrikultura, kabalikat ng iba pang ahensya ng pamahalaan. Sa ikalawang itatatag na ABC Agri-Industrial Hub sa Taguig, binigyang pansin ang merkado ng freshwater aquaculture industry sa lawa ng Laguna sa pagkamit ng kasigurahan sa pagkain sa pamamagitan ng likas kayang pamamaraan ng pag-aalaga ng isda. Ito'y naglalayong palakasin pa ang kakayanan ng mga mangingisda upang mas mapalaki pa ang kanilang ani at mapataas ang kanilang kita.
The heart of Taguig ay isang probinsyudad. Yung kultura, yung pagpapahalaga at yung pagmamahal natin nakatali sa long-term sustainability ng ating syudad at yung puwang natin sa mundo. The city of Taguig will be among the most sustainable cities. Gusto natin maging isang long-term sustainable eco-agri hub na sa mga dekadang parating, sa mga anak, sa mga apo natin, kita nila na itinanim natin dito sa pangunguna ng magaling nating kalihim ng agrikultura. We're happy to report that we've converted yung urban integrated farm. Ginawa ho nating Urban Farm Institute. Halos 2,800 na agri-warriors ang na-train na po. All those agri-warriors nag-train po will now go to the communities and they will now teach the houses and the homes how to do urban farming. And ideally, we can pool their yield so that we can have a bigger harvest and able to sell it to our neighbors. It is the commitment of the city of Taguig rooted in our deep values na ito ang mahalaga sa atin. Pagpapahalaga sa agrikultura, yung tayo ay magkaroon ng puwang at mag-invest para sa future. This is for the future of the city of Taguig.
Meron po talagang pera sa agrikultura, sa fisheries. Sabi po natin, Taguig is a probinsyudad. Meron din pong ibig sabihin yung IS, yung is. Yung I is inclusive. Ang S naman po is sustainability. Ang pinag-uusapan natin po today, how to sustain cities like Metro Manila.
Sa ilalim ng programang ito, 4 na kawanihan ng kagawaran ng agrikultura ay magbabalikatan upang maisakatuparan at masiguro ang tagumpay nito. Ang DA-BFAR ay magbibigay ng technical at input assistance gaya ng pag-aalaga at pagpapalago ng bangus, tilapia, hipon, ayungin fingerlings. Gayon din, pagbibigay ng mga floating cages sa loob ng 15 hektaryang aquaculture park. Ang PFDA naman ay magpapatayo ng fish landing jetty, warehouse at cold storage facilities upang mapabuti ang post-harvest handling ng mga nakukuling isda. Nang sa gayon ay makatulong upang mapataas ang kalidad ng mga isda at kita ng mga mangingisda. Ang BPI ay gagawa ng mushroom button production facility at ng integrated bamboo project site upang makadagdag ng pagkakakitaan ng mga mamamayan ng Taguig. Ang BSWM naman ay gagawa ng water hyacinth composting facility upang suportahan ang urban farming at masiguro ang likas kayang pamamaraan ng proyektong ito.
This is our second big visit to the city of Taguig. We were here about 6 months ago when we were trying to finalize our interventions with the city of Taguig. Nung araw na yan, nakita po natin yung direksyon ng syudad ng Taguig na probinsyudad, and that really is such an important declaration by the City of Taguig because that aligns with what we from the Department of Agriculture would also like to see happen in a number of cities in Metro Manila and around Laguna Lake, the Bay. Nakita natin yung potential ng area ito, ng Taguig City, with the LLDA. Now this can be one of the Agri-Industrial business corridors na pwede natin partnership with the City of Taguig. At bakit? Okay, you have the third largest lake in Asia, if not the world. And the population in general is increasing. Metro Manila, properly done, while we have to really maintain the sustainable environment here at the lake, this can also give us, the level of food requirement that we may need for Metro Manila. We will always see to it that there is a balance between sustainable food production and the environment and the ecosystem in the lake. So that's a must that all of us must do together. And because of that potential of the lake, with the tilapia or bangos being produced here. So ang tema po dito sa ABC for Taguig is anchored on Laguna de Bay. So it's an aquaculture fish management approach tied up with urban agriculture as well. Kasi yung provinciudad and with the program started by the City of Taguig, it augurs well that really we need now to project that we can level up the productivity of urban agriculture in the Philippines.
Agro-industrial business corridors in every fisheries management areas have to be complementary. ABCs, for one, operate as a specially defined development initiative, working in clusters to connect logistics, infrastructure support, and other necessary elements such as access to electricity, power, as well as ports and seaports. The ABC has to be complementary, as I mentioned, relative to the connectivity to the production areas. And FMAs are being managed as interlinked production areas using an ecosystems-based approach in fisheries management. So this complementation now allows us to manage the resources in such a way that we will be anchoring the mechanism on conservation and sustainability measures, including, of course, the preservation of marine biodiversity. The agro-industrial business corridor in freshwater aquaculture, particularly located in the Laguna Lake Development Authority's C6 area, is a project in coordination with the local government units, LGU Taguig and the Department of Agriculture, in particular the Bureau of Fisheries and Aquatic Resources, the Philippine Fisheries Development Authority, the Bureau of Soils and Water Management, and the Bureau of Plant Industry. The end goal is to connect, of course, the production system using good aquaculture practices and connecting it to post-harvest facilities and related services to come up with value-adding products. This is aimed, of course, to provide a mechanism not only to develop yung aquaculture production, but at the same time, be able to effectively manage the resources. ABCs serves as the anchor for interregional and transnational agri-based economic activities. These are envisioned to facilitate interconnectivity in the value chain through downstream and upstream linkages from village activities, production, to bringing products to market, and connecting it with this, it helps the Philippines alleviate the plight of our farmers and fisherfolk by looking at inclusivity in the agribusiness value chain, as well as to help elevate the Philippine agriculture and fisheries, of course, from resource-dependent to a more industrialized, high-value, inclusive, sustainable agricultural development. Benefiting the farmers, the fisher folks in particular, is anchored on one, their access to infrastructure facilities. The Department of Agriculture and BFAR with PFDA, Philippine Fisheries Development Authority, and NFRDI have to collectively work hand in hand, anchored on their respective mandate to provide the necessary support services. So for one, there will be a mechanism wherein technologies can be transferred through the NFRDI's platform. No? And at the same time, the partnership with BFAR is towards extension naman when they need to scale up, expand their production areas, and connect with communities that will allow them to have an advantage of scale and scope. And the PFDA, for one, in terms of infrastructure, can also make available these regional fish ports or modern and resilient post-harvest facilities that will link and serve the industry-wide requirement.
Alam niyo ho, ay maituturing natin tayo, mga taga rito sa Taguig at Pateros, napakaswerte ho natin. Napakaswerte natin dahil tayo ay ipinanganak, lumaki, naninirahan sa tabi ng lawa ng Laguna de Bai. Kaya ho ngayon, tuwang-tuwa ho ako na mayroong proyekto, mayroong programa ang Department of Agriculture at ang City Government of Taguig. Kung meron pa hong maitutulong ang LLDA para ho sa kabutihan ng mga mangingisda at sa mga mamamayan ng Taguig at Pateros at mga karatig-bayan, sana ho nandito ang LLDA. Pag-utusan po ninyo.
Ito pong gagawin na agro, maganda po ito. Kasi dagdag kaalaman to ng aming mga member. At saka po ito magandang pagkabuhayan na namin. Itong dagdag floating cakes. Kasi nag-seminar na po kami from before. Kaya po kami na kami dito. Na-invite na kami dito for the signing. Kaya po kami nagpapasalamat sa inyo sa lahat na biyayang binibigay niyo sa amin, sa lahat. Kaya po kami hindi kayo nagkukulang sa lahat na biyaya para sa amin, mga fisher folks at saka sa amin, fishery farmers.